Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be doing a fighter comparison or career comparison or something like that between these two fighters. One fighter that's retired now and one fighter that's currently active. And saying, is this fighter like this one fighter? And just saying, like, is this a good thing or is it a bad thing or just all of that stuff. So this a fighter comparison, like how their career paths have went, the retired fighter versus the current fighter. So the two fighters I'm talking about are James Te Huna and Tyson Pedro, and whether or not Tyson Pedro is the James Te Huna of now. So when you had James Te Huna, when he came around or when he was active in the UFC, it was around the same time like when John Jones and Glover Teixeira, well, more so John Jones, Ryan Bader, Phil Davis, and John Jones were coming up. It was like, the newer blood, or at least the fresher blood. Maybe they weren't the youngest. Well, James Te Huna wasn't the youngest, but he was at least fresh blood in a way, because he was new to the UFC. Came to UFC around 2009. I'm not UFC, but yeah, the UFC in 2010, around the same time John Jones and all those people came to UFC, and they went on to have good careers. And he was among those people, and you expect him to stick around and have a pretty, good career, be a long time veteran in like the UFC, put on good wins, and at least stick around. And he did for a good minute, and then he just kind of hit a wall and never recovered, or he hit a bump and never recovered. Just skidded for like in his career on a 4-fight losing streak. So he started his career in the UFC with a win, lost, then went on a 4-fight winning streak, then went on a 5-fight losing streak, ended his career in the UFC 5-5 and retired. So now you got Tyson Pedro, who's 3-3 currently. He came in the UFC looking like a good prospect. I think he was like 6'4", 6'5", young, hungry, good striking, good personality, solid looking grappling, or at least for the most part looked like that. And he got some good wins. When he first him against his first true top competition fighter, he didn't look too bad, but he didn't win. And that's Ilir Latifi. And then I think he got maybe like 2 wins after that. And then now he's riding 2-fight losing streak. He lost to Ovince St. Preux, and he put on a good performance, almost finished OSP. And then he got finished. So it was like maybe not the worst loss. Then you come against Shogun, who's really supposed to be like this fighter you're supposed to beat. If anybody you're supposed to beat like Shogun. Shogun's his best days are behind him. You're supposed to beat Shogun. You're not supposed to lose to Shogun. And that's another comparison. Shogun both beat James Te Huna, and he's beating Tyson Pedro now. So that's another comparison. They might not both be from Australia. One's from New Zealand, one from Australia, but you kind of get the same feel from both of them, or at least up to now. Maybe if Tyson Pedro changes something around, if he keeps the same pattern, then maybe he will be the James Te Huna of now. Matter of fact, James Te Huna might have been even more successful than him, because he went on a 4-fight winning streak at one point. Only thing is Tyson Pedro hasn't went on a long losing streak yet. He hasn't won a long winning streak either yet. He's been winning like 2 fights, then he lost, win like 1 fight here, then lose or something. But no big losing streaks yet. But it still has time to he still has time to turn his career around. I'm not saying like James Te Huna was a bad fighter. I'm just saying he was a fighter that kind of didn't live up to his potential. And I'm saying that could be the case with Tyson Pedro. Like he looking like one of the better prospects. All right, one time I was even looking like the best prospect in the light heavyweight division. I was, the people already up there, they're not prospects. I'm talking about the people that's coming up. He was looking like one of the better prospects. So I'm not saying John Jones. John Jones champion. That's not a prospect at all. That's he's more than proven. He's one of the greatest. But I'm talking about people that actually coming up. He was looking like one of the better prospects. And even at one time, looking like the best prospect. But now it's like he's falling well short of that, and other prospects are outdoing him, and he's kind of fading. Like he needs something to turn his career around before it's too late. And the losing becomes the normal, or at least losing too much becomes comfortable and should not really become comfortable for you to keep losing. Like I said, Shogun was supposed to be the fight he was supposed to win. Like if any fight you're supposed to win, that's supposed to be Shogun. Shogun's my favorite fighter and all that. Not my favorite, but he's one of my favorite fighters and all that. But it's clear that he's not really championship caliber, or at least championship caliber is of who's the champion right now in any weight class. He can't really challenge any of his people. He can't challenge Cormier. He can't challenge John Jones. He can't challenge Gustafsson. He can't challenge really any of these people. So if you really want to say, when you're in the sport or when you're in the UFC or any of these combat sports, you're there to be the best. You're not there to be just one on the roster. So like when you're losing to guys like that who really aren't in a position to challenge for the title anymore in their career, or at least competitively or realistically challenge for the title anymore, then like what are you there for? You got this, especially getting finished like that. I know he got an injury, but it's still no excuse, and like he definitely got to rebound. But I'm saying the similarities is like you got a fighter with so much potential, then you start to see like them potentially going a route where they don't live up to that potential, despite having all these skills, despite having all this, this upside to them. They just find a way where just another thing. This is not the division where it's so packed. This is a division that has not the most people. It's a division where still a lot of old people are still in the UFC, or a lot of are in the division, and you're supposed to be the person who's supposed to, I guess, clean them out and take their position. And it's like, just become an actual contender and take the people who really can't contend anymore, the legends, and take them out, retire them, and take their place. And I guess reestablish the division as a healthy, active division instead of just having these legends still being able to linger around and just win here and there, lose here and there, and just, I don't know, just take them out. But I basically already said what I had to say for this video. I said it seemed like he's going that route. He's 500, just like James Hune retired at 500, but he still has a chance to change his career around. But it's looking like at the moment that there's a good chance that he might just follow that same route and not really ever live up to his full potential and just kind of fall short or will short of his potential, because he definitely has a lot of potential. I'm not saying he could be a champion or he would be a champion. I'm definitely think he could contend in the future, definitely with his age and all his like attributes, but that's really all I'm saying. But that concludes this video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.